Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jake. This channel is called Jake of All Trades, and BAND-MAID's back with a brand new song called Ready to Rock, and it looks like it's the opening theme for an anime called Rock as a Lady's Modesty. Sounds like a pretty interesting anime. I'm sure it's music themed. Anyway, I don't have much to say other than I'm excited and I'm ready to rock. Okay, with that stupid pun, let's get ready to go. Okay, ready to rock. BAND-MAID, ready to rock. I don't know why I insist on that joke. I was gonna say, was my audio off? Ooh. They're going crazy to start. Completely showing off. Slinky the teacher. Ooh, that double bass. Slinky seems a little angry. That imagery. It's reminding me of The Ring. Ooh. Konami's lead is trippy. Love that. That was a cool vocal line. Modesty. Ooh, way to go, Miku. Oh, that was interesting. I love how much Eicaus is featured in this. Is there more? Or was that the typical BAND-MAID abrupt ending? Yeah, it was the latter. All right, so I went back and I listened to the song another time here so that I could try to pull some things out of it that I thought were interesting and try to go through it section by section for the most part and just try to give my best breakdown of the song. So at the beginning, I was a little bit thrown off because it was just dead quiet. I'm like, my volume on? Is this working? Is this thing on? Testing. 1, 2. So they fooled me there. Wouldn't be the first time though.
Fool me once. Shame on you.
And then the entire beginning was Konami and Eicaus showing off. I love that. That was a cool intro. Like And Konami's guitar riff there reminds me a little bit of like BYOB from System of a Down, the way that she's playing that. Obviously some differences. There's a little bit more than the 078. And she's got more going on than that. So kind of took that and like upgraded it basically. And then the double bass and the toms, and I am not a good drum analyst, so Akane's drumming was cool. Anyway, so going from there into the first verse, the imagery, Psyche was giving off some teacher vibes, like standing at the front of the class, and you have the students there all dressed in the same clothing, and all women, all their hair all over their head, which gave me, when they started kind of moving like unnaturally, it was giving me vibes of The Ring. And like at some point I was just expecting one of them to just like turn around and just start crawling through my monitor and just like nope just so much nope. Anyway, the vibes I was getting, other than the creepiness of The Ring sort of vibe that the students were giving off, kind of gave me a little bit of an impression, and correct me if I'm wrong, but between the lyrics and Psyche walking through the classroom and the imagery that was being portrayed within the classroom, it gave me the idea that she's being reminded of being in a system where she's taught to conform and being discouraged from living her dreams. And she's saying that she broke out of it, that she's not fit for this, and she's like, you know, you're supposed to be this, but she's not. And she broke out and she's ready to rock. I thought that was a cool message, and seeing that progress throughout the video from they're all playing in the classroom, in the middle of the rest of the students playing individually, or they'd be playing in the library or at home or something. Then by the end of it, to being in a wide open gymnasium where they're all together and the Ring students are dancing together, it just kind of created this progression of like this conformity to being released and being set free and having some hope for your dreams. And I don't know, that's what I'm picking up. Correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm got a misimpression. Going back to some other things, Konami's guitar throughout the song, she had this very chromatic sounding lead guitar. Like she was either ascending chromatically or she was descending chromatically, whether it was in the intro riff, the verse, and even the guitar solo. It was unsettling in a lot of ways, which kind of goes with the Ring like students. I don't know, gave me some like Twilight Zone psychotic sort of vibes. It was very unsettling. I liked it, but I was very unsettled by the way that the general structure of how she was playing her leads. One thing I was noticing too is that to really emphasize that the chords in the background just stayed on the same bass note while she's chromatically moving up and down the scale, and it's like, ugh. Another thing I was noticing too is like the whoa. BAND-MAID seems to be doing a lot of those gang like whoa-ohs in their songs. It seems to be more and more of a staple that they're putting in a lot of songs, and they're doing it in a lot of unique ways. Like it's never the same between songs, even though the general theme is consistent throughout them. The chorus also has a lot of chromaticism in it, not just like Konami's leads, but even the bass notes. Like you kind of have this descent. It's mostly between two chords, and then like as it goes further, it descends more, and then you have like this bluesy exit of the chorus led by Misa. Her bass playing just never ceases to amaze me. I'm not a bass player, so I can't analyze her very well. I'm doing my best here with what I have in my background. Then going into the second verse, there was a section that really caught my attention that seemed kind of strange to me, where there's all these staccato stabs of the guitar and bass, like da, 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 da. But the drums were gone. At least I couldn't hear them, or at least I didn't think I heard them anyway. But you had like this rising electronic percussion that served as a bit of a riser. There's and I thought that was a pretty interesting choice. It threw me off. I'm like, well, I wasn't expecting to hear that today. But again, that's what BAND-MAID does, is they do a lot of unexpected experimental things in their songs. And it's like every single time I do one of these reviews, I'm like, I did not see that coming. So they're very good at that. Going into the second chorus, Miku's lead line was really, really fascinating. I loved the attitude that she had in her voice, it had a very unique effect on it. And I can't quite pinpoint what it is. I can tell that it sounds doubled and it sounds band limited. It feels like there's something else there that I can't quite pick out. So if you guys know, like, can pick it out and like let me know, that'd be awesome, because I really liked the effect that they put on Miku's voice there. She also took a high note in the final chorus, which just felt like the culmination of the song. Like when she belted that note and it goes into halftime, it's like, this is the peak. And another thing I noticed Miku did too was that high guitar part that leads into the Konami solo. That probably got that a little bit wrong, but I was really fascinated by that, because that was something I would think that Konami normally takes, but actually Miku did it, and it was actually like a fairly quick guitar part. I'm like, oh, that was cool. And then you get back into Konami's solo, which, as I mentioned before, is very chromatic, and she's going crazy on the guitar, but it's again got that same theme of like the chromatic descent and just the very unsettling nature of it. Then coming out of the guitar solo, you've got Psyche's vocal techniques, which are on full display. She has a lot of variety in that short line there, where she's singing normally. She kind of peaks up into her head voice, and then as she's like ending the phrase, she cracks or kind of sighs out of the note, just like, ah. And even when she's singing the high note, belting that high note into the final chorus, you know, you can hear her just kind of break out of that note. She's breaking out of the conforming molds of what she was told to be, at least like in my limited interpretation of what I'm getting from the song. And then the ending of the song was just so abrupt. Like, you got to this peak with Miku singing that high note and the halftime chorus, and it's just like, oh, this is like the culmination of the song, and then it just falls off a cliff. Just ends. Done. I expected there to be some sort of reprise to the intro riff or something to finish it off. Nope. Just that's it. Right at the end. Peak and gone. So I again, BAND-MAID does what is unexpected, and while it throws me off sometimes, I find it very, very enjoyable, very, very entertaining. This is a fun song to listen to, and I'm curious to see, I'm actually interested in seeing at least the introduction to the anime. So anyway, those are my thoughts on this video. If you guys picked up on some other things, drop them in a comment. If you have other BAND-MAID songs or other bands you'd like me to check out on this channel, drop it in a comment below. I'll give you a shout out whenever I do any of those. If you like the video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications so that you don't miss anything going forward. And I also want to thank Jonas S. for supporting me on Patreon. I really, really appreciate all your support over this time. Thank you so much. That's it for this video. Have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless you, and rock on.